she is now Ellen DeGeneres.
Welcome to the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to welcome our first guest, Jean Louise Finch. How are you?
Please call me Scout.
No problem. Thank you for coming all the way here from Macomb County, Scout.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No problem. Well, I'm going to go straight into it and say it. I know that you know about the BobEwell incident, obviously.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So can you tell me what exactly happened?
Well, it wasn't all that clear. All I remember is that at first me and Jem were walking home from my pageant at school on Halloween. And it was funny because I was wearing a ham costume that I could barely move in.
Was Jem a steak too?
No.
So were you guys alone that night?
We thought we were at first.
Well, who else was there?
Mr. BobEwell.
Well, how come you didn't notice him?
Because at first his footsteps stopped when we stopped, and then it was confusing.
Then what?
Well, there was men, and then I felt Jem, and then I got pulled back. I was crushed by my suit, and I smelled whiskey. There was a fat stomach in my face. It was a big blur that was just like bad turn of events, you know?
Wow, that sounds pretty rough. Do you know what happened next?
I know that BobEwell died.
How did that happen?
Well, there's a lot of different neighborhood rumors. Like, people are saying that Jem killed him or that Mr. Well fell on his own knife.
Wow. Well, you are so strong.
Oh, thank you. It's really okay.
Let's give it up for Scout Pinch, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Stay tuned because up next we have Scout's brother, Jem. Hello, Jem. Thank you and your sister for coming out today.
It's a pleasure.
So, picking up from where your sister left off, what happened after you began to run from BobEwell?
Well, it was all a blur because I was really unconscious, but then I heard a loud snap and it was my arm, and I couldn't do anything about it, and then I just told Scout to run.
Very interesting. So, off to that topic, what do you think happened to BobEwell? Like, who murdered him?
Well, my opinion is not better than any person in Macomb because I was unconscious the whole time, so I can't make an accurate accusation. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Anyways, thank you so much for coming today. It was a pleasure meeting you, and that's all for today, folks.
Oh my god, guys, I forgot to record Dr. Phil!
Change it.
Go, come on, go.
Now let's welcome our next guest, Atticus Finch.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Phil.
It's my pleasure. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear that. You know, we have some serious business to talk about.
Yes, we do.
I heard about the horrific incident that happened to your son and daughter. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yes, Dr. Phil, my son and daughter were walking home from a Halloween pageant when they were attacked by BobEwell. BobEwell was later found at the scene dead.
What was your reaction when your kids came home?
Well, I was very distraught at the thought of someone trying to intentionally hurt my children, but knowing that they came home safe relieved me.
Do you have any idea why BobEwell would try to hurt your children?
Well, it could be because I defended a man who was accused of raping his daughter, and his actions could have been out of revenge.
Wow, attempting murder seems pretty intense. BobEwell's death has been all over the news lately. Who do you think killed BobEwell?
Well, from the information that I've received, my opinion is that it is Jem.
Wow, interesting. Thanks for coming, Atticus. Now let's introduce our next guest. Our next guest on the show is Mr. Hepty.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Phil.
We understand that you've been working on the BobEwell case. Can you tell us about it?
Well, I wasn't there at the scene of the crime. I did arrive after.
Can you describe the crime scene for us?
Yes. Well, according to my police report, BobEwell was laying on the ground with a knife in his back.
I heard that he fell on his knife. Is that true?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure he was stabbed.
Stabbed? I thought he accidentally fell on it.
Well, yes, there's other possibilities, but I'm not obligated to release that information at this time.
Okay, we can respect that. Well, we're almost out of time, so can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
Who do you think killed BobEwell?
I think he fell on his knife and it was an accident, but the two other suspects at the crime scene, Boo Radley and Jem Finch, also have no evidence to prove that they are innocent.
Boo Radley? I've never heard that name before.
Well, he's the Finch's neighbor. He doesn't really come out much.
Oh, and we're out of time. Thank you, and have a good night, folks.
Change this. Oh my god.
Oh, they've been playing this for weeks.
BobEwell!
Who cares?